Maybe, as the saying goes, iron bars do not a prison make, but they help. And when a man goes to prison, his emotions go with him. 30 seconds after it had started, no one could remember what the fight was about. It could have been something one man said, or the way the other man looked. Or it could have been what one of them thought the other man was thinking. The reason didn't matter. The fight was the thing. I was in my office when the call came from Father Craig, one of the chaplains at Sing Sing.
Well, did Ingalls say why he wanted to see me, Father? Well, will I be able to talk to him if I get up there this afternoon? I see. All right, Father. And I'll be up there in a couple of hours.
I had a hunch what Ingalls wanted to talk about, and I knew why the prison authorities were suspending the rules to let me see him. Ingalls was doing 10 to 20 on an armed robbery count. He'd knocked over a Manhattan department store for nearly $60,000. The law had got Ingalls all right, but it still didn't have the holdup money. If he died without talking, the secret of where he had stashed the money would be buried with him.
Thanks for coming, Hammer.
Sure, Floyd.
Guess I'll be leaving here sooner than I figured.
Oh, you got a long time to
Save the pep talks, Hammer. I'm done. I know it. That boy with his shiv punched me up like a streetcar transfer.
Who was it, Floyd?
Never mind that. Give me a smoke. Something you gotta do for me. The only guy I know on the outside I trust.
Was it about the money? The holdup loot?
Thanks. And Evie.
Evie?
My wife. She's been kidnapped.
What?
I got a letter. Smuggled into me day before yesterday. They're holding her
For the holdup loot?
I'm going to tell you where it is. And you...
Oh, no, wait a minute, Floyd. I can't do what you're asking. You know that.
Oh, you got to. You got to. They'll kill her.
And Floyd, it's not your money to begin with.
It's mine. It's mine or it's nobody's. Because nobody knows where it is except me.
Take it easy, kid. Take it easy.
You can't let her... You can't let her get hurt. You can't.
I'm sorry, Floyd. I can't do what you're asking. I'm sorry.
Hammer. Wait. My shoe. The right one. Under the inner sole, map directions.
I won't promise a thing, Floyd.
All right. I'm not asking you to. After you get the dough, it's up to you. Me and Evie will have to take our chances on you.
I'll let you know, Floyd.
After seeing Ingalls, I went back to my office. I still hadn't looked at the slip of paper I'd taken from Ingalls' shoe. I didn't want to, not until I'd made up my mind what to do. I knew what I should do. Turn it over to the authorities, play it by the book.
Hiya, pal.
Well, you made good time, Captain.
Expecting me, huh?
Yeah, like sunrise tomorrow.
I just talked to the warden's office at Sing Sing.
Ingalls?
No change, just a matter of time. Day maybe, 2 at the most.
You're wasting your time, pal.
Doing what?
Trying to find out what Ingalls wanted with me. So earn your salary somewhere else. Go out and guard the sleeping city.
Are we going to have to do this the hard way?
Like what?
Like having you hauled in for questioning.
Oh, come on, Pat. We're both too old to play trick or treat.
Look, Mike, I want it straight. You know where that holdup loot is hidden?
Nope.
What did Ingalls want with you?
No, Pat, I'm not going to answer your questions. When I decide to, I will. Until then, nothing. Yeah, Hammer.
Mr. Hammer, this is Meg Hollister, Evie Ingalls' sister. I have to talk to you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure, honey. Yeah, I did forget. Well, hold on a minute, will you, doll? Pat, I know how you hate to eat and run.
Oh, it's all right, Mike. Go ahead. I'm in a hurry.
Come on, you're keeping a lady waiting here. I'll talk to you later.
What about Ingalls?
Later, huh? Yes, Miss Hollister.
Mr. Hammer, I must see you right away. Can you come to my apartment?
Where do you live? What's the address? Uh-huh. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Who is it?
Mike Hammer.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Hammer. What's the matter?
I'm being followed.
Who by?
I don't know. I haven't bothered to find out yet. I saw your sister's name alongside yours down the mailbox downstairs.
Evie moved back in here with me after Floyd went to prison.
Why is she using the name of Hollister?
Because she didn't want anyone to know that she was Floyd Ingalls' wife when she went back to work.
Is this your sister here?
Yes.
Come on, I'll take it easy, huh? Relax.
Sorry. It's just that Evie and I have been closer than most sisters. I practically raised her. Did Floyd tell you where the money is?
How'd you know I talked to Floyd?
I got a phone call from some man about an hour ago. He said that you'd gone up to the prison to talk with Floyd. And he told me to tell you that he'd contact you about paying over the money for Evie. He said for you to be here at 10 o'clock. You are going to pay it, aren't you?
Well,
Well, didn't Floyd tell you where the money's hidden?
yeah, sure, but there's a lot more to it than that.
Because it's stolen money?
Yeah, among other things.
But Evie's life is at stake.
Maybe, maybe not.
No, don't say that.
Come on, pull yourself together, huh? Compose yourself.
Why did this have to happen to Evie after everything else? Why this? Just when I thought she was free of Floyd.
Free?
I'd persuaded her to divorce him. As long as he wouldn't tell where the money is hidden, he'd never get a parole. And after all Evie'd been through with Floyd, she couldn't spend the best years of her life waiting for him. She's too young, too pretty. She has too much to live for.
Well, you're making noises like a mother.
Suppose I am. It's just that Evie's been more like a daughter than a sister.
How come you never got married and had a daughter of your own?
I don't think that's really any of your business, is it?
No.
Then why did you bring it up?
Because I don't like self-sacrificing women.
Did I say I was self-sacrificing?
You don't have to. Look at yourself, the way you dress, the way you fix your hair. What's the matter? You afraid that somebody's going to mistake you for a woman? Yeah, and a darn attractive one, too, if you'd only give yourself half a chance.
I think you'd better go, Mr. Hammer.
The name is Mike.
Let me go.
Well, I guess that proves to me what I want to know.
What?
That your tears and your worry aren't part of an act.
An act?
That's right. Because how many people know Evie is Floyd Ingalls' wife?
No one.
You knew.
Are you suggesting that I'm involved in my own sister's kidnapping?
No, not anymore. But how many other people know Evie is Mrs. Ingalls?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Nobody? Unless Evie told Herb Garth.
Herb Garth? Now, who's he?
He's the assistant manager at the restaurant where Evie works, the Buckingham on 57th Street. Evie's been going out with him for several months.
Oh, are they serious about each other?
Well, Herbie's about Evie. I think she's still in love with Floyd in spite of everything.
This Herb Garth, does he know what's happened?
I tried to call him at the restaurant and he wasn't there. They told me he'd quit his job 2 days ago.
Well. What's he look like?
Oh, he's 30, dark-haired, sharp-featured. Do you think it's Herb who's following you?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out. Well, I'll be back in the morning.
All right, Mike. And thanks.
For what?
For seeing my potential.
Well, maybe all you needed was a little, encouragement. Yeah.
Wait a minute, mister. I want to talk to you.
No, isn't that a coincidence? I want to talk to you, too.
Me first.
Now, quiet.
What's the idea?
That's just what I want to find out.
All right, mister, on your feet.
Well, that's a neat trick, Tiny Tim. I didn't figure you for a judo man.
Come on your feet.
All right, Pee-wee, what's next?
You're gonna take a ride downtown.
What's downtown, aside from the other end of uptown?
Captain Chambers' office.
Why, you a cop?
That's right.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? My name's Mike Hammer.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you go down and tell Captain Chambers that I'd love to have a chat with him, but right now I'm a little busy.
You tell him.
All right, Mike. I'm through playing around. You're going to tell me why Ingalls wanted to see you and why you went to see his wife.
I didn't see his wife.
You went to her apartment.
I saw her sister.
Why? Look, if Ingalls told you where that hold-up money is stashed and you're withholding that information, you're in trouble. Real trouble. If you don't talk, I'll heave you in the slammer, and I mean it.
Okay, Pat, you win. Floyd Ingalls' wife has been kidnapped.
What?
That's right. And if he doesn't pop with that hold-up money, she's going to be a very dead little pigeon.
You think that's straight?
Well, after hanging on to the money all these years, do you think he'd be lying now?
What do you want with you?
Well, he asked me to handle a payoff for him.
How?
No, I'm not going to tell you that, because I'm going to do what Ingalls wants.
You can't do that.
Look, Pat, there's a girl's life at stake.
I can't help that. You could go to prison for what you're trying to do.
Then you better call the warden and tell him to get a cell ready for me. Pat, listen, that money's been moldering somewhere for nearly 4 years. And unless you let me use it to spring Evie Ingalls, it's going to stay hidden.
So?
So here's our chance to get it out in the open, put it back into circulation. After I spring Evie Ingalls, well, we can go after the kidnappers.
And maybe we get them and maybe we don't.
Yeah, sure, but the money will be out in the open. We'll have some chance of getting our hands on it.
I wish I hadn't heard any of this.
Well, if you hadn't kept pushing so hard, maybe you wouldn't have.
I've got a job, remember? I have to do it.
Okay, but stop playing it by the book and play it my way for a change, will you?
Do I have any choice?
No. Is it a deal?
I don't.
Come on, say it. It's a deal.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I went back to the office and got the paper with the directions for finding the money. Then I called Father Craig at Sing Sing and asked him to tell Ingalls that I was going to run that errand for him. Ingalls' directions took me back up the Hudson to a deserted farmhouse between Tarrytown and Dobbs Ferry. At the base of an old, overgrown elderberry bush, I got my exercise for the week.
Mike?
Yeah, Mike, open up. Oh, I beg your pardon. I was looking for Meg Hollister.
Won't you come in?
Oh, boy.
I'll call her.
Well, what's the matter now? You feeling guilty for being alive, and I might add, looking alive?
I guess a little.
Well, don't be. That's not going to help Evie. Now, listen, when all this is over, how about a date with Evie Ingalls' beautiful sister, huh?
Just one?
Well, I'll see what I can work in my date book.
You look tired, Mike.
I am. I'm exhausted. I spent a rough night last night. This satchel was at the bottom of the third hole that I dug.
That's the stolen money?
That's the very bag that Floyd buried.
Then you will do it, Mike. You will get Evie back.
That must be the phone call we're expecting. Yeah?
Hammer?
Yeah?
Have you got the money?
Have you got Evie Ingalls?
She's right here.
All right, put her on the telephone.
I hope you weren't stupid enough to try and have this call traced.
Call's not being traced. Put her on the phone.
Sure.
Make sure it's your sister.
Hello?
Oh, Evie.
Meg?
Oh, it's all right, Evie. Everything's going to be all right.
Tell Mr. Hammer to hurry, Meg, please. Hurry,
Hammer?
That was Evie.
You sure?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah? Yeah? What do you want me to do?
You know where Long Lake is?
Well, no, but I can find it.
Then go to Martin's Landing and rent a boat with a motor.
Yeah, go on.
Cross the lake and cruise along the north shore until you see a white flag at the end of the dock. Tie up there. You've got just one chance to get Mrs. Ingalls back alive, Hammer. Don't goof it.
Long Lake's about a 3-hour drive.
How do you know that?
My mother and father used to take Evie and me there years ago. Oh, Mike, I want to go with you, at least as far as Martin's Landing.
Well, okay, get your coat. It was a brilliant day in late September, but Long Lake looked lonesome. The season was over. The summer people had migrated to their caves back in Manhattan. It was a little after 2 when Meg and I got to Martin's Landing. I left Meg in the car. Hey, how much you booked for anything, Bobby? The price of a boat was $2 an hour. I bought $1 worth. I figured that if I wasn't back by then, I wouldn't be back at all.
All right, Hammer. That's far enough. Drop the bag. Take your coat off. And play it smart, huh? I'll blast you right here. Drop the gun, too. Move over to the wall. Sit on the wall. On your hands.
Newspapers.
What do you know? I must have taken the wrong bag out of my car.
Cute. Real cute. I thought we had a deal, Hammer.
And we still got one. The money's in my car back at Martin's Landing. You'll get it as soon as I see if the merchandise is undamaged.
You talked to the girl on the telephone this morning.
That was this morning. A lot of unpleasant things could have happened since then. You'll get your money as soon as I see the girl.
All right. She's in the cabin. But after that, we play it my way. All right. Get moving.
Evie? Mrs. Ingalls?
In here!
You all right? Yeah. Come on. Over there. Come on. Okay. All right.
It's all right. You don't have to carry me.
That's all right. Now sit right down there. There now. Now, you all right? Floyd was real worried about you. Here.
On the money?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I never thought you would get here. I imagined 100 terrible things.
Well, everything's gonna be all right now, Chicky. Just drink the water. Hello, operator. Operator! On the way back to Martin's Landing, Evie told me enough to identify the man with the rifle as Herb Garth, her erstwhile boyfriend. Listen, Evie, as soon as I turn Garth here over to the police, you and I are going up to Sing Sing to see Floyd. Won't have much time, a couple of hours at the most.
Poor Floyd.
Yeah, it's tough. So you think you can keep up the act until after you've seen him?
Act?
That's right. Your sister wasn't kidnapped, Meg.
What?
What do you mean?
I mean that you and Garth here faked this whole thing to smoke that hold-up money out of hiding.
Well, that's crazy. Floyd would have given me the money if I'd asked for it.
No, Evie. No, honey. As much as he loved you, he loved that money more. The only reason he would have given it up was to save your life, and you knew it.
Meg, make him stop. It's not true. Why are you saying these horrible things?
The telephone back at the cabin there.
The telephone, what about it?
I tried to use the phone. It was dead, disconnected.
What of it?
Garth would have had to leave the cabin to use a public phone. Now, if he'd been holding you against your will, he would never have taken the chance of bringing you with him so you could scream for help.
Well, don't look so shocked. Money wasn't doing Floyd any good.
Now, listen, Evie, when we get back to Sing Sing, you're going to continue acting the sweet, innocent, ever-loving wife. Or I'm personally going to see that the law stomps on you as hard as it can. Floyd thinks he's done the one decent thing in his life, saving your life. Well, I'm going to make sure that you let him die thinking it's true. Hey, Meg, hold my coat. All right, Buster, come on, let's go. Get out. Come on. Come on.